So I was thinking when you're saying that is why, which is why. Maybe it's like why is there something instead of nothing? Why does there need to be everything that or like?
It's that infinity exists.
Yeah, like everything just exists.
Yeah, like you can think of it this way: is actually this is going to be a really crude, hilarious, nonsensical analogy. So the question is kind of like, why does all things
like you're
have
saying
to
there
exist?
has to be this mother and this person and
Yeah,
this,
like you can go take that from the deep angle, like the universe doesn't make mistakes, hence it's going to have to experience all of the things. But there's also the other side of it. Stupid analogy here, but sometimes working at this bakery, some customer comes in and they ask a question like, "Hey, these peach muffins, are they good, or how are they?" And it's like the answers to that. It's really, really hard to give a proper answer without sounding condescending, because I almost always just want to say, like, my initial response is like, what I end up saying is something like, well, they seem to sell out a lot, so people must like them. Sometimes I randomly said something like, I've never tried one, and then I'm like, they probably don't want to hear that, because we make so many products I can't eat everything, like, backed up like that. But my initial response almost always is like, if they weren't good, then we would make different ones, and then we would make a good one, then we'd put that on the shelf instead. Like, it would sound like condescending and rude to them if I just said.
Well, it would sound like, like, yeah, we're the best bakery ever.
Yeah. Who knows how they would respond? They wouldn't respond well, I think, of me just being like, why would we put something that isn't good on the shelf? Like, or just, well, if they weren't good, we would make something that was good.
Well, then they'd be like, well, why haven't you had one? Or if you, if well, they knew that fact too.
If I told them that,
yeah,
then
I know.
My initial response would be the other thing before I say I haven't had one. So just be like, well, of course, that's why we're selling it. Like,
well, and by what you're telling them, and if you told them all the things you could tell them, it raises the question: what's good about them?
Yeah, like
if they are good, then why are they good?
Yeah, one of the best ways of doing it, but they have to phrase it a certain way, because sometimes it just doesn't work with their question. But the best way of doing it would just be like, it depends on your preference. Like, you might like it. Do you like peaches? Because it might work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's the best way, but sometimes they don't phrase it, or they don't ask in a way that allows you to just say that, so you have to, like, ignore their question to do it, which that might be a better way of doing it than actually answering their question. But, like, it's that kind of thing where, like, how, of all of the raspberry peach muffins that we could put on the shelf,
yeah,
why this one?
So how does